Hi, my name is Raven Love, and I'm a co-founder of Double Strain Collective. This is Tinctures and Tarot. You might recognize these beautiful surroundings, and that's because I've been warmly invited into Detroit's scented cocktail oasis, Castalia at Sfumato, to bring you an evening of divination-inspired cocktails. I'm going to show you 2 cocktails and 1 mocktail. We're going to go over how to make them, some really cool ingredients, and then in between each of those cocktails, you're also going to see a demonstration in tarot by fellow Double Strain Collective co-founder and tarot practitioner, Brian Edwards. So without further ado, let's jump into some cocktails. This first one that you're going to see is called the Do Right by You. We're starting off with our buttered bourbon, 2 ounces. Add a ½ ounce of our Creole Cabernet syrup, a ½ ounce of our citrus blend, 3/4 of an ounce of our Boston, and then 3 easy drops of our tincture. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to add a little bit of ice and give it a good shake. Once everything is nicely incorporated and the tin is good and frosted over, and we're actually going to frappe it, or some people say dirty dump, right into the glass. Ice and all. Right. Of course, it's not a cocktail until it has beautiful garnish on it. One of these right on the side, and there is a Do Right by You.
Tarot is an important and useful tool for self-awareness that relies on the energy that you provide, the energy that you are taking in, and its ability to affect your intuitive choices. We're going to do a reading based on 3 different energies. The first is going to be based on love. The second card, we're going to focus on career. The last card will give you a fortune reading based on health and wellness. The first step of doing this lies on you making an intuitive choice about what energy kind of resonates with you at this moment. So the first stack, we're going to call this our sunstone stack. So this is a sunstone, a very beautiful pink stone. Sunstones represent energies that are related to optimism, feeling good, feeling energized. Next up is the green calcite stack. It's a stone that is thought to encourage material wealth. And then finally, our labradorite stone. Now this stone is a wonderful, wonderful grounding stone. It's thought to stimulate the body's normal processes. Just a great stone to carry around in your everyday life, just to kind of keep you on point. So, with that in mind, take a look at these 3 stones. We're going to give you a second to make an intuitive choice. For those of us who picked Team Sunstone, so remember, the first card we're going to pull is the love card, the Sun. Now, the Sun is one of the major arcana cards. And, so therefore, the Sun is a very, very big energy card. There's a lot of good, big, positive, abundant energy surrounding your love life. So now what we pulled here is the 8 of Swords. This card is all about kind of restriction. You might feel stuck in a job. You might feel as if you want to make a change but are unsure of how to do that. There might be something going on in your life that makes you feel a little stuck. That might be something to focus on. This essentially reveals things that we need to work on, because ultimately everything with tarot is all about self-improvement. 10 of Cups is also in a reverse position. The 10 of Cups is all about absolute abundance. So whether that is upright or reversed depends on whether that abundance is being kind of outwardly magnified or something that exists within. So to pull this for a health and wellness reading, this would indicate that maybe internally you're feeling like everything is fine. You're not concerned about your mental or physical wellness a great deal.
For our next cocktail, it's called Throwing Bones. So to begin, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of our vodka. We're going to do another 1.5 ounces of our Lillet, a ½ ounce of our orgeat, There will be a video on how to make this. In case you're interested, it'll be on my page. We're going to add our tincture. 3 seems to be our magical number, so we're going to do 3 easy drops. Let's add our ice. Give it a good stir. It's good and chilled down. See that we've already prepped our glass because we don't want to leave the drink just hanging out and diluting too long. So we'll pour it right in. It's a bit of more Earl Grey black tea right along the side. Nice cube, and of course, our garnish of raspberries with a little bit of black tea. And there you have it. Growing bones.
So next up, we are going to do a 3-card reading for Team Calcite, or Team Green Calcite, very important. There are many different types of calcite. The first card is going to be our love reading. So for that, we have the Tower card. And this card is also projecting in reverse. Now remember, having a reverse card is something that's thought to invert the energy that is normally indicated by the card. In this card, seeing as how the Tower upright is usually a sign of some sort of personal upheaval. So if you are in a relationship that isn't going well, then this might be an indication that you are getting to the point that you may want to make a change, or that you may want to communicate with your partner about something that you need to happen that's kind of a make or break sort of deal, or you just might be ready to walk away. If you are single, I would say that this card would indicate that maybe through a period of personal transformation that you're ready to kind of change up how you are handling your singlehood. Next for Team Calcite, our work and career reading, the 7 of Pentacles. Now, anytime we see pentacles in a reading, it has to do with our personal resources, the things we need for abundance, prosperity. The 7 of Pentacles means that whatever it is that you might be working towards, that you are being diligent towards. If you look in the imagery of the card, you see this man who's here working on something. He's kind of got his pile of things that he's done, and he's working on another. This card is all about the payoff from the hard work that you put in. Valiant, Knight of Wands. Wands have to do with, they're represented by the fire sign in astrology if you're into that. So if you're seeing this, you might be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This also might indicate that if you are thinking as if you have something that maybe you should go to the doctor for, or a health issue that you've been kind of weighing whether or not you should take any action about, but this is a sign that, whatever it is that you're thinking, that whatever your body needs is intuitively telling you that your body needs, this might be a good time to just go ahead and do that thing.
So our last drink is actually a mocktail. We're calling this one Minor Arcana. We're going to do 2 ounces of our chamomile tea, a ½ ounce of our lime juice, another ½ ounce of our sage honey syrup, my favorite part, an ounce of our strawberry nectar, 3 drops of our sage tincture. Let's add some ice. Snap on your lid and give it a good shake. Once that's good and frosted over, all mixed together, we're going to double strain it right into the glass. Now we're going to keep this one really, really simple. We're just going to take a bit of our dehydrated sage, plop it right on top, and there you have it, a Minor Arcana.
And lastly, we have Team Labradorite. And the first thing we pull is the Four of Swords. Anytime you see swords in a reading, swords relate to the mental world. Things that happen in your mind. Sometimes they're related to insight, moments of intuition, moments of anxiety even sometimes. You'll see here that you have this man laying here. He looks very serene. He's got his sword underneath him, and you see 3 swords hanging up here. This sign is a good indicator of a time for rest and recovery. So in a love reading, it's just like, calm down, everything's gonna be okay. Focus on yourself, focus on what's inside, and be at peace with yourself, or be at peace with those in your life that kind of hold a romantic place. So then for Team Labradorite, the next card we're gonna pull is the working career, 5 of Pentacles. And this might indicate that you have some feeling about what it is that you're doing where you feel isolated. You might feel as if people who work with you don't necessarily understand where you're coming from. It indicates that maybe there's something about your work environment that needs to change in order for you to feel more comfortable speaking out sometimes. They say that with this card, maybe sometimes these people just need to knock at the window. It might have something to do with your employer maybe not knowing that you feel this way. The last card we're going to pull is the health and wellness reading. And for this card, we are pulling the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is an absolutely amazing card, especially to pull in context to a health and wellness reading. The Queen of Pentacles, she is kind of the fixture of fertility, of grace. She's fawning over this pentacle that that's the only thing that she wanted. Around her is nothing but verdant beauty. This might be a calling to look into your network and see how you can be a good resource to the people around you, to stimulate them to have better health. The Queen of Pentacles gives, she's fertile, she wants to provide. So this is a good card for having the sort of stamina and health to be able to provide for people around you.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening for Tinctures and Tarot. Hopefully you learned something new about tarot, and hopefully you tried something new and maybe a little bit mysterious behind the bar. Make sure you stop by Castalia for all of your bottled-to-go cocktail needs, and stop by Cocktail Coquetry and Double Strength Collective for more content and fun cocktail things like this. See you soon.